Hello YouTube. Today for you I am trying out macarons. We have a couple different varieties. We've got one from Aldi's. These are $5.29. These are from Target, and they are $6.99. And then these are from Costco, and these are $10.99. Now, after having the macarons at the Color Factory in Chicago, I got a craving. I wanted to try some more because previously, before that, I had some that were apparently directly from France, and they were disgusting. They tasted like perfume to me. So let's see how these stack up. We'll try the Aldi's first, and each one has its own recommendation on I guess how to prepare or wait for them to be eaten. Now the Aldi's ones said, okay, these are in the frozen section and these are in the frozen section, and the Costco's were in the refrigerated section. The Aldi's said for optimum taste, put them in a refrigerator for 25 minutes and then eat. For the Target ones, they said 4 hours. Keep them in the freezer, but when ready to eat, put them in the refrigerator for 4 hours. Costco's already refrigerated, didn't say anything as far as how to eat them the best way. Actually, before we crack them open, let's see what they all look like. The Aldi's are quite tiny. Let's see how the Targets are. Okay, they look nearly identical. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, equal amount, equal in size. Colors look a little different. Now the Costco ones, they did not have this type of variety. This is all they had. I know they used to have like a multi-pack, but this is what they have. I'm probably for Valentine's Day looking kind of fancy. Theirs are simply chocolate and then raspberry and vanilla. And as far as the Aldi's, 2 of each: raspberry, vanilla, pistachio, salted caramel, lemon, and chocolate. And then Target is vanilla, chocolate hazelnut, pistachio, salted caramel, raspberry, and lemon. So I think, to be fair, we'll try the chocolate against chocolate against chocolate. Okay, so we got the Target open, or I mean the Aldi's open. Target, much more simple to open. And Costco's, there we go. Okay, Costco chocolate. Aldi's chocolate. I'm sorry, Target chocolate. I gotta keep these straight, right? And then Aldi's chocolate. Okay. A little crispness on the outside. It's got a nice, excuse me, chew to it. Flavor's really good. The chocolate is phenomenal. I think maybe a little bit longer for it to frost a little bit. Might have been a little better. The outside is really good and probably at the right temperature, but I'm assuming it's like a ganache on the inside. It's got a little toughness to it that will probably release a little bit more if it was a more proper temperature. Milk does the body good. Okay. Now, as I said, they're very similar. A little bit darker on the Target one. And I did wait the suggested amount of times, 25 minutes, 4 hours, and then these were just in the fridge. Wow. The texture is there. And honestly, it's a little better than the Aldi, but I think if I waited longer, they might measure up equally. All right. These are just the receipts for each one, so I knew which one at each cost, and I'm going to keep it this way, so I keep it straight of what's going on here. But I'm going to go back to the Aldi one, because I think this had a better chocolate flavor. It does. Better texture, better flavor. Maybe we'll compare another flavor later on after this warms up a little bit. Maybe comes to room temperature, I don't know. And we'll compare another one. Both are very good. Okay, there is a vanilla on both of those. So I'll wait a little bit and come back to the 2 vanillas on that, because there is no vanilla on this one. So I gotta be fair. And I believe the other one was raspberry vanilla. I guess we could do raspberry against raspberry. I guess we could try that too. So anyways, let's try the chocolate one of Costco. Obviously they're much bigger, but this actually has a similar texture to the Aldi one, where it's light and fluffy on the outside, and then that ganache has a chew to it. So I'm still preferring the texture of the Target ones. So as of right now, flavor on this one is better. Texture, so flavor on the Aldi's is better. Texture on the Target is better. Maybe presentation of Costco is better, I don't know. I don't think it's worth the price difference. They're about twice the size, I guess, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You get 20 as opposed to just 12. So price-wise, they're probably the same. Essentially, you cut these in half, and you're going to get way more, and they're probably actually cheaper. But it's a toss-up. So let's go back. We'll try the raspberry, and we'll see where things align. I'll, through the magic of blending, check those out in a bit. Okay, now this is intermediary bonus critique of another option we have here. I go back to the macarons after a little bit when they're equal temperature or equal weighting, and see how they compare with the raspberry. But you guys might also be wondering, see, macarons or macaroons? What is the difference? Well, these are macaroons. Macarons are the French version. Macaroons are the Italian version. The French ones apparently are more delicate and difficult to make. For me, who I love to bake, I don't like difficulty baking. I like to enjoy when I'm baking. So these apparently are like drop cookies and easier. So I've got some chocolate ones and some caramel ones. These are just from Aldi's. Basically $2.50 a pack. Let's just see how they are. They're coconutty. Very, they're a cross between dense and flaky. They're okay. The flavor's there. It's similar to a Samoa from the Girl Scouts. I think they go by other things too. Caramel Delights or something. The Girl Scout versions are better. The caramel one has a better flavor. I think accompanies that coconutty flavor better and the flakiness. So I would definitely rate the caramel above the chocolate ones. The caramel ones stand on their own, very delicious. The chocolate ones, they give you that sense of the Girl Scout Samoas or Caramel Delights, but it's missing the Caramel Delight. Now mixing them wouldn't do that. The Girl Scout ones have that chewiness, the caramel that keeps it together and makes it kind of like a candy bar almost. So this kind of makes you miss what it's missing. So honestly, if you like chocolate, these are good, but they're a little disappointing. The caramel one's very delicious and a lot cheaper than the Girl Scout ones. I don't think it would work combining them, but let's try. Actually, that's kind of good. Well, that's my recommendation. Do a mashup. Thanks, enjoy. And just as an interim, hit that notification bell, the thumbs up, and please subscribe. Still in competition with my lovely girlfriend. God bless you, baby doll. And we'll move on to the next segment and follow up with the raspberry macarons. Now let's see how the raspberry macarons stack up. Now I'm assuming these are the raspberry Aldi. Now the ganache on the inside is very present. Looks like jelly. Similar to the Target ones. And now the Costco ones look more like a frosting in the middle. So let's start on this side this time. What were these again? Okay, these are raspberry vanilla. The raspberry on the inside is delicious. Quite incredible. Texture, phenomenal. It did improve a little bit. Let them, not straight out of the fridge, just not quite room temperature yet, but they are better. The flavor's kind of gone through. Texture's better. These are delicious. Let's cleanse the palate with water instead of milk this time. Now, the raspberry filling on the Costco ones reminded me of the raspberry filling that you would get in a donut. Not really representative of a authentic raspberry where you don't get the seeds and stuff. I love that. Very sweet, very delicious. The raspberry in this, very authentic. Has the raspberry seeds, can feel it. Not quite as sweet, but definitely has the raspberry flavor. And again, the texture on the Target ones are just so phenomenal. It's light, it's fluffy, it's crisp. Doesn't have that chewy denseness. I mean, it's there, but it's more light and pleasant. And now let's try the Aldi. The Aldi doesn't have that redness as much. but maybe it's better for you. It doesn't have that fake dye to it. Wow. Aldi is still my favorite. I went the opposite direction. It's kind of a nice combination. Has that light, fluffy flakiness of the Target ones, and the only part that has the chew is the jelly, and the jelly is more reminiscent of the Costco one. And honestly, I think it has more flavor than either one. So good. Oops, I forgot to drink some water between the two, but I'll go back to the Target one and see if I notice a difference without, rinsing with the water. I think most of you out there would definitely prefer the Target ones. The texture is just phenomenal. The flavor is a little bit lighter, and maybe that's what most of you would prefer. And it seems more real. The raspberry jelly seems more authentically jelly. It's not some kind of processed thing. It's got the seeds in it. It's not as sweet. It's more natural flavor. I kind of like fake flavor, so probably go with the Aldi's. But all three are delicious, but these definitely, I think, are better than the Costco's. Let's rinse. And repeat. So now it'll just be between Target vanilla and Aldi vanilla. Let's give Target a first shot at this. Okay. Very good looking. Just phenomenal texture. Really vanilla bean like. Really similar to when you get ice cream, that a vanilla bean ice cream instead of just vanilla ice cream. Very delicious, very phenomenal. Let's be fair between both. And here's, and let's compare them to each other. Granted, I bit out of this one, but very similar. Aldi. Actually, going with Target on this one. Flavor much better on the Target. And the texture on that one and everything is just better. The frosting or gel or whatever on the inside, the ganache, has that dense, it's like a frosting, but not quite, because it's got a snap to it. And it's just the frosting, it's not the cookie. Almost like it's still a little frozen. Hands down, clear winner. Target on that one. Now, let's see what else we got. Pistachio. Okay, we've got two pistachio. Pistachio. Target, Aldi's. Now I realize my video is getting a little long here, but what the hell, right? Let's go back to the Aldi and give them the first shot. Same texture, Frosting cookie are the same as all these have been throughout this. Light fluffy cookie, light fluffy cookie, and then the dense chewiness of the ganache. Not much of a fan. It's okay. Oh, now see. Excuse me. Uh-oh, not again. Excuse me, I do apologize. I think I was in such shock at the flavor. I mean, this actually has pistachio flavor. Aldi's, I didn't taste any pistachio or even vanilla. It just was sweet. This has pistachio flavor and it is phenomenal. Again, Target. So to wrap up this video, I know there's others to try, but yeah, Target. Buy Target. Affordable price compared to the others. They're all basically the same. But for texture and flavor, hands down, Target's favorite day is the way to go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the thumbs up. Click on the notification bell so you know when I drop some more videos. Subscribe. I really appreciate that. And as always, get my button here. God bless. And it's not working. One more try.